Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today, as it says in the title, I will be disassembling the G&G ARP9. Now this, I'm not sure, it might be a two-part. If it says part 1, then probably it's a two-part, but I'm going to go from the upper receiver, the lower receiver. I won't be going too in-depth with the upper receiver because taking this off is a hassle and a half. Like, you can see how much, I said in my previous video, 3 days it took me to get this off. So yeah, if you're here for that, I'll tell you how to, but it's not going to be shown because, you know, I don't think you guys want a 3-day long video, so yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. So, you first want to start off by getting something like a punch or something like that. Like, I don't have one, but I have a screwdriver, and you're just going to hit out this orange thing. Well, mine's orange, but I don't know about yours. Just going to hit that out. Usually want to tap it with a hammer, but I'm just going to whack it just because I can. Then it's either going to do that or it's just going to stay back. So then you're going to want to pull it off. But what you also want to do is you want to kind of lift it up like that so we can get up and over this little hump right there. So you can push this back in. And like I said, it's going to be the top part. So this I'm just going to leave over here. Alright, so now this part. This is threaded. So yeah, that's why this is on here. I do have the orange piece, but I took that off in my last video, so you can slide this out. Now here's the barrel assembly. You can take this off. There's the inner barrel and the hop up unit right here. So this is a complicated part. You need a special tool to get this part actually off. So I'm very sorry if you're here to get the this part, like the rotary, I guess that's what you call it, hop up off, because you need a special tool, and I don't have that tool, and I don't want to break this. So yeah, I will unfortunately not be doing that today, but yeah, that really looks good. So let's keep going into this. So you first want to take this little pin out. You can just push this out by hand. This is pretty easy just to get out by hand. And then for this part, you want to get like some tweezers or something. You can get like a super tiny flathead if you really want to, but what you want to do is get right behind here, push it forward, and then you want to try and see if you can get it out. And there we go. And then the spring with a little bit of grease right on the top. And the reason why I push it forward is because there's a little tiny latch right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. See the little indent. Yeah, this camera's not the best, but right there, I'm grabbing onto it. Yeah, you just push that off. That's the reason why. But yeah. So now you can take off your little clippy right here. I don't have nails, so this is going to be a little hard, but yeah, a little bit of a tussle, if you want to call it that. I got the C-clip off right there, and put that to the side. So now we got this. Now this isn't the tricky part, but so if you're just looking to pull it, put it back, the little divot is right there on the left side of the barrel. So yeah, so you want to be pretty gentle with this, not really roughing it around or anything, but you just want to make sure, see, it doesn't get snagged, your hop up, your bucking on the on this part. But once it gets past here, yeah, you really just want to make sure it doesn't tear or get snagged on that. But once you get past it, you can pretty much just pull it out. And there we go. That is right here. And there it is. I don't know how well you guys can see. in there. But yeah, this is the bucking. Voila. Alrighty, so now for this part, if you just want to pull this back, this is just kind of like the dust cover, if you will, for this part right in there. This just goes along that, and yeah. So now what you want to do is get a Phillips head screwdriver and then just screw right in there. I'm gonna get a flashlight really quickly. There we go. See the screw that's right there? You wanna unscrew that, which will then get this the, I guess, bolt catch, I think that's what it's called. Then you're gonna get you're gonna undo that spring, so then I guess you can pull it out. So yeah, watch out, because the spring, it might, you know, go back a little bit, but then once that's done, you can pull this out. There's that. If you're looking to replace that, you unscrew that. There we go. Then you just pull that part off. Or I guess you don't pull it off. Or yeah, you should. There we go. Yep, you just pull that off, and there's that, and then you can just bend that around like so. There it is. Remember, don't lose any of these little tiny, keep an eye on little tiny bolt things, because they're very small and easy to lose. So yeah, there is the mag catch and the hop up done. And like I said, not like I said, wait, I don't know if I said it, but this part, this front part sucks to take off. Like, just absolutely is the worst. You can see all this is 3 days worth of just absolutely going at it with this part. And yes, I did take out these bolts. So, but yeah, what you want to do is you want to unscrew these. This will fall off, and then all you have to do is basically hit this off. I guess some is easier for others, but for me, this like absolutely sucked to get off. Like, I used a chisel and a hammer. This was the chisel. I used this freaking thing. Put it right here, banged it from both sides, got it in here, wiggled it around, you know. But be very careful not to break, because I think this is polymer, this isn't metal. So as you can see, it's a little, you can bend it a little bit. So, and it's gonna be super easy, I guess, to like warp in a way. Like when you like scratch something that's plastic, it kind of like just curls up and stuff. Be really careful of that if you're gonna use a chisel or something. But yeah, you never know, it might be free, it might be super easy to take off. But like I said, you just unscrew these bolts. But yeah, and another thing is, so the end of this, I have a tracer unit on here right now, but what's screwed onto here is a it's like a, put it on this pistol, but it's like this, it looks like that. And so what you have to do is, there's a little here, let me see this again. There's a you see that little bolt right there? Not a bolt, but it's like a pin. That you should technically get that off before you unscrew it, but I tried to unscrew it and I guess I broke it. So yeah, I didn't take that out, and it's fine. The threads still work. As you can see, my my tracer unit's still on here, but this is the way you want to turn it clockwise. If you're just gonna brute force clockwise to loosen it, counterclockwise to tighten it, and yeah, and I don't know if I said it in the beginning of the video, but I am not gonna be taking this off because it was horrible to take off, and yeah, it just sucked. So yeah, there we go. That is this. Actually, yeah, well, I would take this off, but since I said this part, you know, I don't want to take that off, so yeah, that's that, I guess. So now for the reassembly, for the for this part, you're gonna put your spring back on, loop it around. Actually, I think this is the wrong way. Yeah, whatever way, or at least for me, whatever way is more like harder to get on is the way you want to put it on. Then you're gonna put this on. This, so you're gonna flip it around. So then this little indent is gonna go into the second one right there. You're gonna push that through, like just like so. There we go. So now you're gonna screw it in from this side. There we go. Screwed in, perfect. Now, what you're gonna do is put this in. Right, be careful not to have the spring do what mine just did and kind of bend it back and out almost, but right there. So now this is technically in place. All you have to do is get my flashlight again. All you have to do is get the spring attached to the hole right next to it. Let me see if I can get a laser on it. Right there. This hole, this spring hole should be over that when you put the screw in. So what I am going to do is my this thing is a little bit magnetic, so I'm just gonna put the screw in there, put the screw through this hole, and then bend it around until up into there, and screw it in. Alright, so once that is done, unscrew it just a tad. There we go. Alrighty. So now, there it is, all screwed in. Now, all we gotta do is just plop the dust cover over top of it. There's a little plastic, the black plastic part that we just screwed into the bolt catch is gonna go right in between here. So you basically just kind of plop it in there and move it around until it just kind of gets in place. And then if you pull it back and it comes back, just like that, then you know you're good. So now, for the hop up and barrel. So what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna put the see that line right there? There's a line right there. You're gonna line them two, and you're gonna push this over top of it, just like so. There we go. Alright, now put that down right there. This is gonna go probably the silver part. It's gonna go over top of that. Now you're gonna take this right here, and then this side, if I'm right, yep, this side is gonna go right here. I'll wiggle it around, and this I guess chrome part thingy it should go, or like the copper brass ring, that should go right right along there, around here, just to keep it in place almost. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this should be there, and that should be there. So now we're gonna put the C-clip on. So you're gonna want these sides to line up, and you're just gonna push it over just like that. If the barrel doesn't move and you're all good, then like I said, you're all good. So now you're gonna take, I just don't want to get my hands greasy, that's why I'm using the tweezers, or you know what, yeah, screw it. But you're gonna put the spring, there's a hole, not a hole, but there's like a little indent right at the back. So there you go, if you just pop it in right there, you'll be set. Then this part is going to go like that through there, right? And then you're gonna push this down, and then I don't know, you can see all the way through there, but you're gonna put the this through here. This is gonna take me a little bit of trying, I think, but you're gonna put it through this side, and then that will be the barrel hop up done. So, and there we go. You just gotta press the top down and push this through at the same time, and there is your barrel assembly. So you put the spring over top of it like that, just to keep the pressure up against it. Push it all the way through the back. Then you're gonna kind of have to guess around a little bit until you get right there. Then, taking your lower receiver, you're gonna want to poke this back through if you already put it back. So there we go. And you also want to hold this back, push this part down, so then you can allow this to go through. Just kind of slide it along. Remember, you have to kind of lift it over to get it over that bump. Once you're over there, you can let go of this, and then push it in. Then you can push that bolt through, and there you go. That is the top part of the ARP9 disassembled and assembled. So, link in the description to part 2, which is going to be the lower receiver. And I think that's going to be all the way down to the gearbox. So, yeah. So, yeah. Go check that out. And I'll see you in my next video. Like and subscribe, and yeah.